Among the largest of these new groups, which you may have heard of, is Moms for Liberty. And its name does sound innocuous enough. Moms, great, sounds good. Liberty, awesome. Who doesn't like liberty? Moms for Liberty. As the mom of 2 young kids, that even sounds good to me. But it's vague enough that even some of its own members are pretty unclear as to what the group is really all about, what they're a part of. Because as benign as Moms for Liberty may sound, its agenda is unmistakably extreme.
This group sounds scary. So we tracked down one of these terrorists. We're going to talk to her now. Joining me now, very scary, Scarlett Johnson. She's the chapter chair, Moms for Liberty of Wisconsin. Scarlett, what kind of terrorist training camps are you running over there at Moms for Liberty?
Oh, yeah. Well, we teach parents and grandparents, we teach them how to file open records requests, how to run for school board, and if they're successful, even if they're in the minority, how they can still be effective as a minority. We have state legislative committees where we try to work with our state representatives to advance legislation that is favorable towards parental rights and transparency in education, because we feel that parents should have a say in their kids' education, which I know it's really radical, that parents should be allowed to know what's happening in their kids' classroom and that they should be able to see the contents of the curriculum. And, you know, if a teacher decides that they're going to compel a classroom to listen to their story of how they're going to transition from one gender to another, why the parents can't even get the statement that that teacher made to elementary school kids, such that they have to be sued for that information. Yeah, I don't think we're radical. I think that's called sanity.
Can you expand a little bit on this freedom of information request thing? Because a lot of people, especially people on the right, normal people, they're not political professionals the way Democrats are, the way these left-wing activists are. So they don't. This is brand new territory for them. Expand on why that's even necessary.
It's necessary because oftentimes you will find out something from your child. You'll see a book that's brought home, or you'll attend a school board meeting and you'll hear some terminology. You'll go through a school board policy. Or in the case, in what I was talking about with Eau Claire, Wisconsin, your kid will come home from school and say that their orchestra teacher is now going to change their gender. And a parent will rightfully want to know what happened in the classroom, what was said. Kids are compelled. They're compelled to be in the classroom. They are a captive audience. And it's just not fair. It's not fair for teachers or educators or administrators to use that position to indoctrinate them when they don't have the capacity to resist. Parents, that we need to be the voice of our children. You know, it is not, we always say that there should be no woke indoctrination in classrooms. Classrooms are a place for learning, not a place for activist training.
And can you explain why people? No, can you explain why people need to run for school boards, Scarlett? I love that you're passionate about this. It's something I scream about all the time on this show. We focus on the big, sexy things like presidency, right, and the lights and the news. When local, these are the battles we can win, the battles we are winning, and they're the most important battles.
During COVID, my sense of the world broke in a way that it will never recover. And that's a good thing, because I learned to distinguish leaders from cowards. I didn't even know who my school board members were 3 years ago. I was just a regular mom, volunteered in the lunchroom, volunteered, on the playground. And I wasn't really paying attention. After COVID, I realized how important these local positions are, particularly school board, because when they shut down my kids' school, when they were forcing masks, when they were acting like petty dictators, I realized that this was a really important position, and we need to run, and we need to have candidates, and that we need to win these positions, and we are. You know, Moms for Liberty has 130,000 members. over 45 states, there's over 300 chapters. And these positions, school board, this is so important. Our kids' education is so vital. And these are races that we can win if we're willing to stand up and we're willing to fight for our kids and we're willing to do the right thing.
I have great news. If you enjoyed that, I have a YouTube channel you can subscribe to. Whatever I do, it'll be right there on YouTube. So go subscribe today.